Hello again, Michael Bird with WordWrite Web in Wilmington. We are doing our video series on search and online marketing and trying to help you to make the best choices, putting first things first and setting priorities. We're going to talk about that today. You want to go where the fish are. You want to take your best option first and get the phone to ring and get business coming in, and that creates dollars and gives you the opportunity to do more and to expand your marketing efforts. You should have many marketing methods, but you don't want to be just guessing. There is a logic to this. There are better choices, and you have to. Some of them are common sense, and I would say always worth doing, and others are priorities. And we are sorting through some priorities for you with regard to search, where somebody's searching, they are in the market for what you do. They are looking for what you do, and they want to find you or one of your competitors. So we want to win there for sure. Just a word about these videos and them being in sequence. The sequence is not really important. I really would liken this to podcasts, and I listen to a lot of podcasts. Hope you do as well. There's a great amount of knowledge that's available today for free, like these are free. You can see one of these videos. It can make sense. It can be something that you apply. And then you can go back and look at the previous videos if you want to. You're going to learn no matter where you come in. You can start in the middle. You can certainly do that. So don't worry about having missed something or so on. So we talked in the last couple of videos, we talked about directories, and the directories show up as options in organic search. And so we played those out really pretty well. I mean, we can come back at some point. I think it's maybe worth doing if a directory begins to build a name for itself such that the average person is actually seeking it out as opposed to Google. Now, that's going to be a long, long time if ever anyone ever eclipses Google. They have established their position, just like Microsoft established their position in the personal computer business a long time ago, in some parts of the computer business. And of course you have Macintoshes and you have Android systems and so on. But for the most part, people are using Windows. And it's not necessarily because it's the best. It's just because it became established. Google is established. You got to play by Google's rules. They rule the internet. Google and Facebook working. They have established their position. So we're going to work with what's working and where you're going to get the customers. So we went and we looked at directories and we saw that they don't compare. So I want to back out to the first level of decision after somebody's made a search and show you how to look at one of the three places in a typical Google search for a service provider. So we're going to switch over to our screen and get that started. And I'm going to go to a specific example. All right, so here we are. We did this search. We're going to stay on this one for a minute because it's going to make more sense. Speeding ticket attorney, Wilmington, NC. And we're looking at the competitive landscape. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to decide among these three options: ads, maps, and organic search. And we have some things we have to figure out before we can just jump into one or the other. I can't tell you that one is always better than another. So what we've done here, let's say you're a law firm and you're putting yourself in the shoes of your prospect who typed in speeding ticket attorney, Wilmington, NC. So we're down here in the organic section. We're looking at that one first, kind of arbitrary. And obviously you want to see if you're here, if your law firm is here. And we talked about these directories, and hopefully I've shown you why you don't need to worry too much about that right now. What you're looking to do is to become one of these law firms. You want to be Girdwood Williams, Deaver Law Firm. I think this is a law firm. They have a pretty interesting name, protectyourlegalrights.com. That's not the law firm name, but that is a URL that they used for strategic purposes, and it's pretty smart. Woody White Law, that's a law firm here in Wilmington. Okay, so let's say for now that you are not one of these law firms that's showing up here. Attorney DC, that's David Collins, I know them also. And let's say you're not here. And we're going to go show you to find out where you actually are. And remember, this is only one search. This isn't any possible thing. They might say lawyer, they might say attorneys, plural. There are lots and lots of searches, or there are good few handfuls of searches that one could do, or lots of people are doing right now looking for a law firm. You want to be one of them. You want to be one of these up here. But let's say you're not there and you want to decide, is it worth me trying to get here? Just a little note, I don't know if you remember, but the last time we did this, Deaver was here and Girdwood Williams was here. So this is fluid. Might be the time of day. It might be that Girdwood Williams is working on their site. A lot of times firms really get overly anxious about whether they're here or here. If you're either one of these, you're doing great, because we've already seen there's only 4 or 5 on here. If you were to go to the first page of AVO or FindLaw, which is another one, the one we looked at last time, you're going to see 20 attorneys there, and there's probably more pages of them. There are more pages here, though. But the point of today's video is to figure out the competitive landscape. We're going to look at 2 things. We're going to look in the map section. I'm going to show you 2 things to look at about the map section. And I want to point out another change. We're always looking at a Google search results page. This little deal right here is something I haven't seen before. And today is August 4th, 2017. When you participate in the Google AdWords program, apparently they're starting to put one of their advertisers in this top 3 here, which is now top 4. That's a side note. Let's go to the main point of today's video. I want you to click on the maps pages, and we're going to see how many competitors you have. We're going to not worry about those 2 advertisers up there, although that is worth noting when we start talking about ads. And we're going to look at how many pages there are. And I actually only see 1 page, and I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14 lawyers are showing up here. Now, I don't know if Google just changed this maps page, but usually there are a number of pages here, and you have 20 on a page. In any case, the state of play right now is that you are up against 14 attorneys. Now, we have some other factors to look at, but if there are really only 14 attorneys in this geographic region, what I'm telling you is that Google Maps is a good way to see how many players there are, regardless of how good their website is, regardless of whether they're showing up in the organic search section or not. This is to tell you how many people you're up against. The second thing I want to look at here is for you to look at these players individually. If you're in your marketplace and you're in your profession, you probably know the quality of the people that you're up against. So you take a look and you just read the names and you say to yourself, can I play against these folks? Can I do well? Do I have a shot at being above them in the organic search section? All other things being equal or yours being superior. Now we're going to go to what it takes to be in the organic search section. But what I saw there, if I'm a law firm, is that I'm not up against a whole lot. So that is a point in favor of going for this section right here. We're going to look at the other things that you need. A couple, not too many, a couple of other things you need to look at before deciding that you're going to jump into the organic search piece. And we'll do those in the next video. That is our video today. Let me ask you once again to subscribe and to obviously come back for the next video and tell a friend, and maybe not a competitor, but tell a friend about our video series. Thank you. Michael Bird with WordWrite Web in Wilmington, North Carolina.